actually achieve that goal all on one page.
What's up, YouTube? Sunday, April 23rd. So Patrick on YouTube asked us about training motivation, how to stay motivated, and what to do when you're unmotivated. I like to think the term karate as an umbrella term for many disciplines or many skill sets you need to learn to be a complete martial artist. So if you imagine on the top of an umbrella is karate, and then underneath it are, let's say, punching, kicking, flexibility, strength, hip torque, pivoting, body shifting, being heavy, stances, etc., etc. And if we all start at level 0, if we're characters in a video game and our skill tree is 0 to 100, everyone starts off at level 0. You start training your punches and you get really good at them, and then you start training your kicks and you get really good at them. And then you ask yourself, is this it? Is this all karate has to offer? Maybe I'll try something else. This is getting a little boring. And then maybe a year later or a few months down the line, you mess around with your wrestling friend and he takes you down, and you realize, wait, I should know how to prevent a takedown, or I need to learn how to sprawl or how to set my weight. So then another category gets added to your skill tree, right? So then you start working on that. And then you realize, wait, learning how to set my weight actually helps with my punches. So what you thought was a level 100 punch skill level is now back to maybe 75 or back to maybe 50. You got to work on that. And you can see how this can, over time, you can see how this can kind of help you cycle through all the different aspects of karate such that you'll never get bored of it, because there's so much to learn and there's so much more skill trees to discover, right? If you want to think about it another way, you always want to have skills that you never need to use, but you always want them readily available, right? For example, if you carry a firearm, you hope that you never have to use it, but you don't ever want to be in a situation where you tell yourself, man, I wish I had that right now, right? Aaron always talks about karatekas as like modern day Jedis, because you never seek the fight, right? And you never want to fight, but you want to be able to fight. So it's kind of a pathway towards understanding yourself and humanity in a greater spectrum. Because now that you, for certain, however you want to define that, for certain, can handle yourself and take care of yourself and the ones you love, then you start realizing that karate is a way towards helping humanity, bringing everybody else up. It's kind of a sense of duty, right? Another way to stay motivated is to find heroes or inspirations to work towards, right? Or even not even someone you know. Maybe you're watching a highlight video of karate and you see this crazy spinning back kick. Well, your motivation for the next couple months is to get your spinning back kick like that guy, right? And also remember, motivation doesn't stay stagnant, right? So your motivation for beginning martial arts isn't always going to be the same motivation 6 months later or 10 years later or 20 years later. It's going to change, and it needs to change, and that's how it keeps you constantly evolving, right? And if you train by yourself and if you don't belong to a dojo, then your motivation can be characters in a TV show. It can be people you see on video. It can be an idea that you read in a book, right? Even nonfiction stuff about yoga or training methodology, or going out to other styles and learning what they're doing as well, right? As you get more in depth with karate, you'll notice that it also has throws. It also has locks, joint locks, wrist locks. It also has chokes and stuff like that. You can look at other styles with a karate lens, and that will keep you motivated forever, because it kind of gives you the excuse of watching a jiu-jitsu video and seeing how that works in karate, right? Ultimately, it's the umbrella of your martial path, and that's going to be different for everybody. How do you stay motivated to train karate?
I don't. We all do things for like just the sake of doing stuff. I mean, technically, how deep do you want to go with that question, right?
Oh,
You do it because and you stay motivated by giving yourself like challenges and things to meet. Because like if you don't have that, if your work doesn't do that for you, or your wife doesn't do that for you, or you stay motivated just because you have to do that to yourself. Like you have to, if you don't have adversity in your face, then you have to create it so you can continue to change as a human, right? And hopefully for the better. Oh, yeah, that's the idea. And so like karate I would say like you can use it to like give yourself a path or a way, like develop, like you said, like a mantra about things, right? So you're this human being, but you're also a karate person, right? Just as much as like anybody who does BJJ becomes, that becomes a part of who they are. Like artists, right? Like artists are all about that kind of stuff, right? Like I don't think of myself as, I'm a pharmacist, but I don't think of myself as Aaron the pharmacist, right? I am Aaron who does many things, right? Like I'm into art, right? Like love karate, right?
long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach, which are actually quite enjoyable. Yes, this is true. You just have to create stuff for you to do, because now we live in this world where like everything is with your phone. Yeah. So you gotta like create. You have to create things to make it hard. We don't live on. It used to be you used to have to toil. Like with hard labor from morning to night, right, to survive. And now life is just too damn easy, like in this, in first world countries. So you have to. That's why gyms are there, right? Because you don't go out and plow fields anymore, right? Or build houses with, all that kind of stuff. So. Hunting animals on the daily, right, to feed yourself. So you have to create stuff. Karate's a good tool to create that thing for you that's missing from everybody's life now to varying degrees, right? So yeah.